Hello, my name is Gabriel Adams, and I have decided to choose the pragmatic model for creative production. First, let me begin by going over the philosophy that is pragmatism, and then explaining the concept behind this model of creative production. First and foremost, pragmatism is the belief that an ideology or proposition is true if the work yields practical consequences or satisfactory results, and that unpractical ideas or strategies are to be rejected. For this creative production concept, this basically is saying that functionality is paramount, even if established rules are broken. Essentially, the concept is whatever works, works. The creative strategy does not focus on the aesthetics or the design, but more or less the end results and the consequences and how practical they are. Pragmatic design is based on the existential condition of practicality and purpose. In other words, the design is based off of simply what works. If the strategic design yields the desired results, then the strategy does not need to adhere to previously established rules or regulations. Also, the design must be practical, and it can't infringe upon the desired outcome. So what's my take on this whole thing? Well, my analysis is the meaning behind the pragmatic model of creative production is the success of its practical application. Therefore, if one was going to create a product, then they should begin with what the necessary solution should be and how to achieve this solution using the most practical methods. As mentioned before, the rules don't apply so long as it works. Although this theory is very useful for some, it can lead to disorganization. For my industry example, I decided to do the MRAP, which stands for Mine Resistant Ambush Protected. It is a vehicle commonly used overseas in countries like Afghanistan and even Iraq. I thought this was a great example because this product was designed specifically to address a very serious problem. As many of you are aware, during the war, IED explosions are very problematic because of how devastating they could be to our troops on the ground. The solution was to develop a vehicle that could transport troops safely and that the design was cost effective and able to produce mass quantities in a very quick amount of time. So when doing so, some of the things like the aesthetic parameters were left out because of how much of a hindrance they could serve to the production. Also, the operation of the vehicle had to be simple enough so people could operate these vehicles without having to be experts or undergo training. That being said, I just thought overall this was a good example because it was something that was designed out of necessity. They saw the problem we were having with troops being seriously injured or killed from IED explosions. So they developed a new vehicle that could withstand the blast and keep the troops out of harm's way. All right, this is my works cited page. Overall, this was a nice presentation. I enjoyed learning about the pragmatic model of creative production. Thank you.